Hey guys, so I'm back. Here's an update on all things Wendy Williams. Okay, so first thing on my agenda is TMZ. So when we all saw that Tubi documentary, we got excited. You know, everybody wants to see Wendy. Where is Wendy Williams and what is going on with her? So any glimpse that we get, we're excited. You know, we're curious. We're locked in. TMZ. First of all, TMZ is contracted with Tubi. If you didn't know, now you know. Harvey has a contract with TMZ. He has a contract with Tubi. He has an obligation to fill. What is Harvey producing right now? What is the hottest topic on the scene that he knows everybody wants to see? It is Wendy Williams. When that Tubi documentary came out, the buzz was hot about Wendy, and he came in like a savior. Well, that is absolutely wrong. Harvey has always been a piece of shit. Harvey does not care how he gets his information. He does not care the validity of it. He cares about nothing. And the sucky part about this is when TMZ was coming up off the ground way back in the day, there was no real internet. There was no www dot to go look up your gossip and things like that. You either read it in the tabloids, at the supermarket. If you were in the tri-state, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, you tuned into Wendy Williams on BLS every day. No questions asked. You know what I'm saying? And so Wendy, I'll never forget when Wendy would be like, my boy Harvey, or, she always plugged him up. She always plugged up TMZ, and she got the scoop, and, and that's just what it is. So Wendy is a big part of the development behind TMZ, period. So Harvey comes on, and he makes it seem like I found Wendy, and I got it. The reality is that Harvey was paying people at Coterie to give him information on the pinpoint on where Wendy Williams was in that building. So when you look at these photos and you see Wendy pressed up against the window, or you see her standing there in her bathrobe looking totally like, not ready for the camera type of thing, that's because TMZ knew where she was through the people from Coterie that they paid. They set up shop across the street, in the building across the street, and they just sat there waiting with their cameras, ready to click away at any glimpse of Wendy at the window. The level of outrage that I had when I received that information, I really had to dial it back, because the way I want to come on here and curse you the out, Harvey, because you. You really... Over the years, it's not a surprise to me how much of a piece of you are, but because knowing that this woman helped you, platformed you when you needed it, this is the thanks you give her. Really? Really? So who was he paying in there? I've got two names for you. One name I talked about in my last video, Amanda Clares. Now, I did say she has twins. I'm going to redact that. She doesn't have twins, but she is married. I found out more information about Amanda. She is a former heroin addict. How long has she been sober? That's a question. How long has she been sober against how long she's been working with the elderly community? This is a sensitive community. People go to these facilities because they have no more family, their families can't take care of them, or they choose to be alone. Whatever their circumstances are, they are elderly. Some of them have just mental deterioration. Some of them have other health issues. So they go there to be looked after. They go there for safety and protection, and they go there to enjoy the rest of their life. Sidebar, Wendy Williams should not even be in a place like this, which is why when you hear her talking, not only does she say they don't let her out, but she doesn't want to commingle with people who are literally 90 and 100 years old on a daily basis. Her life isn't at that point yet. So why, between Lori Schiller and Sabrina Morrissey, why they chose to put her in a facility like that is still beyond me. And we are going to get to the bottom of it, because a big part of me feels like she is being drugged by Coterie. That's how I feel. But before I get to that, I'm going to continue on with Amanda and Mary. So Amanda, ex-heroin addict, has worked at different care facilities, elderly care facilities, and she took the money from TMZ to expose where Wendy is, what time she'll be at the window, or all of the things that paparazzi needs to know. TMZ then sets up shop across the street, waiting like sitting ducks for Wendy to be at the window so they could click away, and boom, we have the photos. Mary is an RN. Mary is a black woman there who is an RN. Mary's parents are suffering from dementia. Both her mom and dad. Mary has 3 kids, I believe. I have that written down here somewhere. So you're a mother. Your parents are suffering with dementia. You're an RN. So for you to be in a position to empathize with the residents there, specifically Wendy Williams, you then go with this jackass, Amanda. First of all, Amanda is like a slur. She's not like a slur. She is a slur. She sleeps with everybody. She's been sleeping with the board of directors. I don't have his name yet, but I promise you we're working on it. And the maintenance worker. Remember I told you about the maintenance worker, Aaron? So she sleeps from the top to the bottom, doesn't care. They sleep in the residents' rooms, whether the residents are upstairs on the rooftop, doing arts and crafts, or wherever they do arts and crafts. They have a lot of activities there. I want you to think of Coterie like the Ritz-Carlton of senior care facilities. It's beautiful. It is lovely. Does Wendy Williams need to be there? Absolutely not. However, it is a lovely place. It is lovely to look at. Now, the main demographics that occupy Coterie, they are between like 80 and 100 years old, and I'm not exaggerating. Very wealthy, white, Jewish individuals. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm just giving you the baseline of the demographics. Now, Mary, a black woman there, you would think, hey, let me look out for my girl. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me take care of her. But at the end of the day, the reality is, when I stop and think about it, there are people out there who do not like Wendy Williams. And we all know that. She was not everyone's cup of tea. So when you get a like Mary, who works in this place, who is put in a position to take care of residents, now you have somebody like Wendy Williams comes in. Millions of dollars, famous. Let's take advantage of her. And that is the mindset of all of these people, from the judge to the people inside Coterie, to the people who were set up to manage Wendy when everything went down between her and her ex-husband. Like, all of these people have been slopped together, and they all, in many different ways, have taken advantage of Wendy. And not only do I have all of that information, I will be talking about it, because I have no mercy on you people. I don't have stake in the game like Harvey, who's collecting money from Tubi to put out the hottest program possible on that network. Harvey was not doing our girl any kind of justice. Harvey was looking out for himself like he always does, because he is a straight piece of period. Paying people, breaching her privacy, that is not what you do as a friend. You are not Wendy's friend, Harvey. You're not. You are literally just like everybody else. Lauren LaRosa, now, a lot of people didn't really know Lauren LaRosa until she kind of popped up at the Breakfast Club, or unless you watch TMZ, which I don't. So Lauren LaRosa showed up at Wendy's resident acting, pretending like she was the goddaughter to gain access. Lauren LaRosa was sent there by TMZ. And how? Because the people inside Coterie. So that whole moment on the Breakfast Club where Lauren LaRosa showed up and I talked to Wendy and Wendy was all excited to talk to her. Wendy is excited to talk to anybody. Please understand that. Where Wendy is emotionally and mentally, she wants to talk to anyone that can get her out. So she's not putting the pieces of the puzzles together that these people are stealing from me. They're after me. They are taking away my human rights. They are breaching my privacy. She's not really fully realizing what's going on, because her focus is, I want to find my goddamn money and I want to get the out of here. Do you know what I'm saying? To be in a vulnerable position like that is, especially someone like Wendy, who had complete control over her life. She had a solid team around her, and to be in the state of mind where she is right now, where she has no idea what's going on, where her money is. She can't talk to anybody. She can't even see her friends and family when she wants to. Oh, speaking of family, I have information on that, and I don't know if I can talk about that right now. Let's just say that what you see is absolutely nothing of what it is. Let's address that. Absolutely nothing of what you see is what it is. Hence why I'm here. I'm tired of watching all of these people pop up and smile in her face and take photos. to post wherever to do nothing. There was a protest that happened in New York City. There was a protest that happened in Los Angeles. That's cute, but now what? Her old producers went to go see her and spend time with her and her niece. I believe they went to lunch or whatever the case is. Okay, what's being put in motion? Other than, we saw Wendy and she looks fabulous. You know, like I said, something with my intuition feels like they're doing harm to her. I'm putting it out there because at this point, I can't sit back and watch like all of you and do nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't like the photo ops. I'm tired of the photo ops. I'm tired of, you know, seeing Wendy at the window like a caged animal. And when we look at that Tubi documentary, if you can remember, Harvey was sitting there looking like a mastermind. Like he was sitting in the chair while Wendy is on this big screen and she's just posted up at the window, distraught, crying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like something. So now that you know the full story on that, I gave you the breakdown on Amanda and Mary. And I leave you with the question, like, is she being drugged in there? What else is going on? With all the elder abuse that we know these places impose on the elderly community at these senior living facilities, we can't discount the fact that things are clearly going on at Coterie. Just because it's a beautiful place and they have all these activities and wealthy people reside there does not take away from the fact that you have people like Amanda and the other people that received money from TMZ to expose Wendy's privacy. So if they were so desperate to expose her like that, you have to think, what else did they do out of desperation? How much have they been stealing from her? Are they physically harming her? Are they drugging her? Do you know what I'm saying? Are they altering her state of mind so when she is presented in front of these doctors, you know, or whomever the decision makers are, to say she can't leave, she can't do this, she can't do that? What are they doing to alter her? Because last we know, Wendy was in decent enough position to take very well care of herself, and then all of a sudden this whole frontal lobe dementia, and she can't go, she's on a memory floor. She can't even go downstairs and walk outside and breathe fresh air if she wanted to. Not only that, I have more information and the hands that were involved that's gonna blow your freaking mind. I can't talk about it right now, but definitely stay locked in, because when I get the green light to talk about all this stuff I have in front of me, I absolutely will. To all you people who have a hand at screwing over our girl, I really hope you guys are hiding in a closet somewhere, because I have no mercy. I have no stake in the game to not speak. I have absolutely no fucking mercy at this point. There is a change.org. I will, if I can edit this properly, it's going to pop up somewhere around now. Hopefully I did that correctly, and more to come.